What's going on, guys? T from Focus Trades, and before I jump into this video breaking down an interesting setup in Tesla, if you guys haven't already, click the link in my description box and take advantage of the 2-week introduction course. 100% free. You can come on over to the group, join us for our private morning live streams, join us in our chat room, and every day I'll hook you up with some free training materials. And also, guys, keep in mind, about a week from today, February 11th, our 6 weeks options trading course starts. So you can check that out in the description as well. And keep in mind, this course, as well as all other courses we're going to have this year, are free to Focus Trades members. So it's only $10 a month to be a part of the Focus Trades group. And all courses, such as this one this year, will be 100% free to all members. So guys, let's jump into Tesla now. And I'll give you guys a bit of an idea of what I'm looking at and what I think you guys should pay attention to as well. So Tesla just announced earnings a few days ago on Thursday, I believe, and it wasn't the best result. However, the stock really didn't take too much damage. As a matter of fact, take a look at the bar where they announced. They flushed down here a bit towards 295, and the buyers came back in and pushed us right back up. So what I'm seeing in Tesla right now, guys, and what I'll show you here, is that not only are we approaching and potentially about to break over a key moving average, which is this green line right here, that's the 200-day moving average. Not only are we about to break above that 200-day moving average, we're also about to enter what you could call a buy zone for Tesla. So we go look at Tesla, guys, and we can just look at, pretty much since October of 2017, the 200-day moving average has been a very volatile level for the stock. It has led to many sharp breakdowns, but more importantly, it's also led to many strong moves to the upside. So you kind of take a look here, guys, at the chart, and again, we're going back in, October, November of 17, breakout above the 200, the stock goes on a strong rip, 325 to 348. So a nice 20-point move. Big, strong move below the moving average, and then once again, we break back up above, and we're going from 330 upwards of 360. So you see all the time here in Tesla, guys, when it crosses below or above its 200-day moving average, it typically sees 10, 20, 30-plus point moves. Here's another great example. We break and close above that 200, Tesla rips in short time from 324 all the way up towards 370 plus. Happened here going not too far back to this most recent October. We pop back above that 200-day, we take a quick ride from 313 all the way up towards 360, 370, almost 380. And then twice more here, guys, in the past few months, we break back above here, strong move to the upside, once again, break back above the 200, another strong move to the upside. So those two moves were 312 to 330, 312 to, 350. So again, as a general statement, especially over the past few years, the 200-day moving average has been a big level of interest for not only sellers, but for buyers. We tend to see some pretty ugly moves to the downside when it breaks below that 200, and we tend to see some pretty aggressive moves to the upside when we do break above the 200. So not only are we entering this important level right now, but the kind of catalyst to keep in mind is that this was a second consecutive quarter that Tesla as a company was profitable. So with that catalyst behind it, this gives us kind of like that, three great things to focus on here. We have a positive catalyst in regards to the earnings, them being profitable a few quarters in a row now. We're about to break above a major moving average on an important time frame, and that moving average also happens to be a very strong buy zone. So those are three interesting things for Tesla right now, guys, that have me preparing a few different trades. So here's kind of the way I'm looking at this, guys. On this 200-day moving average break, I'm going to play it three potential ways. Three different trades that we can take on the same stock, on the same breakout of the same level. The first trade that I'll be looking to take, and if you're part of the Focus Trades group, guys, rest assured, we're going to cover this every morning in the live streams and in the chat room. First trade I'm going to look for is an initial breakout trade. This is where I'm just looking to buy some calls to simply play that initial break above the 200-day moving average. And for that setup, guys, I want to give myself 1 to 2 weeks on my options before expiration. So for that initial breakout trade, key level I'm looking for here, not only that 200-day moving average, but also that 316, 317 level. I would love to see a strong move above that level, again, up towards that range, and that's when I would take an initial breakout trade. The calls that I'll buy on the breakout, the initial breakout above that 200-day moving average, I'm just simply looking to benefit from that initial thrust higher. I'm not going to buy those calls with the thought process or the goal of holding them for weeks on end. Rather, the first position I'm going to initiate, potentially here in Tesla, is calls that have a week, maybe 2 weeks of life to them, where I'm simply looking to play that strong breakout, bank those profits, and then use that profit towards risk on some other Tesla trades. So we'll cover that in the chat room, guys, but that's the first trade I'm looking for. Kind of an example is like this right here. Just that strong move. You get 1, 2, 3 days. She just rips to the upside on big volume. Take the profit, put that money in the bank account, in the safe, and you use that towards risk on the next move. So I'll keep you guys updated on that initial breakout trade. The other trade I'm going to take here on Tesla, guys, is kind of a shorter term swing. About to break back above that 200-day moving average. I also want to buy some calls that I can hold for about 4 to 8 weeks. I want to give myself a month or two on those calls to potentially catch a bigger picture move towards the upside. Again, we typically see 20, 30-point moves on a break above the 200. That's not a guarantee that it's going to happen this time, but I want to at least have the freedom on my end to have options for that potential move. So along with the initial breakout trade, where again, I'm looking for that quick burst, take those profits and move on, I'm also going to buy some calls for a shorter term swing. I want 4 to 8 weeks, so I may buy some options that expire mid-March, mid-April, somewhere around there. And those are options that you have to buy with the willingness to sit through pullbacks. I'd be looking for this kind of move here, guys, where you get that strong initial breakout, I profit on those initial calls, and then I'm holding the shorter term swing position for a potential move to the upside. On that shorter term swing position, we could be looking for a move back up towards that 370, 380 range. So I want to look to be able to, benefit from and profit on that initial breakout, bank those profits, and then hold the rest of the calls that I buy for a potential move back up towards those highs. So we got the initial breakout, we have the short-term swing, and then in terms of a potential home run trade, again, 2 consecutive quarters of profitability in a row. I'm not a financial analyst. I don't dig into financial reports, but this could be a positive for Tesla shareholders right now, and this could be a positive catalyst for Tesla moving forward, especially for quarters to come. There is the potential, guys, and again, this is more of a home run trade, small position. It works, awesome. It doesn't work, you're not going to care if you position size correctly, where I want to buy some calls that give myself, 5 to 6 months. I want to be able to hold these calls until midsummer, where you would kind of be holding those calls looking for a new breakout to all-time highs. There's the possibility, and again, everything will play out. You have to risk manage properly. But there is the possibility that on this break above the 200, Tesla could go on a nice move, guys. And then what if it stays above the 200? It'll have pullbacks, it'll have consolidations. But if we can see this kind of move from Tesla, where you clear that 200 and you just start to move up and away, you're going to have those pullbacks, but you just continue to move up and away from that 200-day moving average. I also want to have the freedom to hold those calls should that move take place as well. So again, initial breakout, I'm looking for a quick profit, a quick, strong 1, 2, 3 session move where I can bank on my calls, put those profits in the safe. Also going to plan, guys, on the breakout above that 200 to put a position into some calls that I have 4 to 8 weeks of life. 4 to 8 weeks until expiration, where I'm going to look to hold those for a potential move back up towards the highs. I'm willing to ride through pullbacks. I'm willing to sit through consolidations. That's a position I'm going to initiate with the thought process of seeing if Tesla, once it breaks that 200, can make the typical strong move that it has for the past year or 2 years. And then that home run swing, guys, I want to put a small position into out-of-the-money calls that expire 5 to 6 months from now, sometime this summer, and see if Tesla can't break above this 200, and with a potential positive catalyst of profitability, go on to not only break and touch new highs, but continue to trade higher into the summer. So I'll keep you guys updated. I'll continue to upload setups, breaking down any trades I do take on Tesla, the returns, the thought process, execution. And again, for those of you in the chat room, for those of you in the Focus Trades team, we're going to be all over this every single morning for the next few weeks in our private morning live stream. So that's the kind of preparation, guys, that I do on the weekend when I'm breaking down a chart, putting together a potential game plan for my trades. I like Tesla a lot right now, guys, again, because of the few things that I mentioned. Not only do we have a potential positive catalyst with 2 quarters in a row of profitability, but we're also approaching a major moving average, that 200-day. And more importantly, in the case of Tesla, that 200-day moving average for the past few years has proven to be a very important buy zone. So for those 3 reasons, guys, that's why I'm looking at those 3 potential trades on Tesla, and I'll keep you guys updated throughout the process of this potential move.